Hello students, good day. Today you are going to learn the properties of multiplication. But before we proceed, let us refresh some multiplication facts that we have in math. Are you excited? Okay, let us start. So I have here a problem. Mimi is making heart cards with paper flowers. How many paper flowers are there? Okay, so Mimi is making 4 heart cards with 5 flowers in each card. So to get the total number of flowers, you may add 5 plus 5 plus 5, then another plus 5, and that would have a sum of 20. Do you know, children, that we can do this in a shortcut method? Because we can write that addition sentence as multiplication sentence. That is because we are adding the same number. So in multiplication sentence, we are going to multiply the number of groups, which is 4 heart cards, and then the number of flowers in each group, which is 5. So when we multiply 4 and 5, that is equal to 20. The numbers that we multiply, which are 4 and 5, are called factors. And the answer to the multiplication is what we called product. So we can write it in vertical way. So from there, we can define multiplication. It is the short way of repeatedly adding the same number. And to help us find the product more easily, we have the properties of multiplication. Let's have them one by one. Okay, the first property that we will have is the zero property of multiplication. Okay, so in this property, it states that any number that you are going to multiply by 0, the answer is still 0. Okay, so let's have the examples under the zero property of multiplication. So we have 0 times 13 is equal to 0. 8 times 0 is equal to 0. Then we have 914 times 0 is equal to 0. 0 times 10 times 8 is still equal to 0. Okay, so that is all about zero property. Let's have the next property, which is identity property of multiplication. So in this property, it explains that any number that you multiplied by 1, the answer is the number itself. Okay, let's have the following examples. Okay, so we have 5 times 1 is equal to 5. 1 times 169 is equal to 169. 13 times 1 is 13. 1 times 100 is equal to 100. Now, let's proceed to the next property. So, this property is a commutative property of multiplication. In this property, it simply states that the order of the factors does not affect the product. Let's have the following example. Okay, so for example, we have 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Even if we change it to 4 times 6, the answer is still equal to 24. Okay, let's have another number. Okay, so we have 5 times 8 is equal to 40. Even if we change it to 8 times 5, that is still equal to 40. Let's have the last example. 7 times 9 is equal to 63. Okay, so even if we change it to 9 times 7, that is still equal to 63. Okay, then let's proceed to the next property, which is the associative property of multiplication. So in this property, okay, so as you can see, we have a grouping of numbers. So A, B, and C, that stand for three numbers, three different numbers. So in this property, the grouping of factors does not affect the product. What does it mean? Okay, let us have the examples. Okay, so for example, we have 5 times the quantity 4 times 2. Even if you regroup the numbers that you multiplied into the quantity 5 times 4 times 2, their product is still the same. So let's start from the left side. 4 times 2 is 8. And when you multiplied 8 by 5, the answer is equal to, again, 5 times 8 is equal to 40. Now, let's perform the operations on the right side. So, 5 times 4 is 20. And if you multiply 20 by 2, the answer is equal to 40. So, as you can see, the grouping did not change the product. So, the two groups are still the same, okay? So always remember that the grouping of number did not affect the product as long as we are multiplying the same number. Okay, let's have another example. So let's say we have 3 times the quantity 6 times 4. Even if you regroup or change the grouping into the group of the quantity 3 times 6 times 4, their product will still be the same. So let's start from the left again. 6 times 4 is 24. And when you multiply it to 3 outside, okay, 3 times 24, that is equal to 72. Okay, now let's proceed to the right side. Let's find out if they are still the same. Let's start from the numbers inside the parentheses. 3 times 6 is 18. And when you multiply 18 by 4, the answer is, okay, it's 72. So it's still the same. So they are equal. So the grouping again did not change the product of the numbers that you are multiplying. Okay? Now let's proceed to the last property that we have. And this is the distributive property of multiplication from the word itself, which is distributive. Okay, so distribute. Okay, so here we have two operations, the multiplication and the addition. This property states that when the number is multiplied by the sum of two numbers, the first number can be distributed to both of those numbers and multiplied by each of them separately, and then add the two products. Okay, so let's have the following examples. Okay, so for example, we have, okay, so we have 2 times the quantity 4 plus 3. So we are going to distribute 2 to both numbers inside the parentheses. So 2 times 4, and then we will also multiply 2 by 3. Okay, and then we are going to add the two number sentence. Okay? Then let's solve. 2 times 4 is equal to 8. And then 2 times 3, that is equal to 6. When you add 8 and 6, the answer is 14. Okay, let's find out if we have the same answer on the left. So let's do first the number sentence inside the parentheses. 4 plus 3 is 7. And when you multiply 7 by 2, the answer is equal to 14. Okay, so they are equal. They have the same answer. Okay, so this property can help us multiply the numbers in an easy way. Okay, so let's have more example. Do you want more example? Okay, let's have it. So we have 3 times the quantity 2 plus 5. Again, we are going to distribute 3 to the two numbers inside the parentheses. So 3 times 2, and then we will also have 3 times 5. Then after that, we will add the two number sentence. Okay, then let's perform the operation. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And then 3 times 5, that is equal to 15. Then let's add 6 plus 15. That has a sum of 21. Okay. Now let's proceed to the number or the number sentence on the left. Let's do the one in parentheses. 2 plus 5 is 7. And when we multiply 7 by 3, the answer is equal to 21. Okay, so as you can see, they have the same answer even if they have different number sentence. On the right side, we distribute or we do the distributive property. Let's have the last example. So we have 7 times the quantity 3 plus 6. So in distributive property, we are going to distribute 7 to the two numbers inside the parentheses. 7 times 3 and then 7 times 6. Okay? And then after that, we will add the two numbers or the two equation or number sentence. Then let's do the operation. 7 times 3, that is equal to 21. And 7 times 6 is equal to 42. And then we will add the two numbers. 21 plus 42, that is equal to the sum of 63. Okay, now let us check again on the other side. Let's have the number inside the parentheses. 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. And when we multiply 9 to 7, the answer is equal to, okay, the answer is equal to 63. So again, they have the same answer or the same product. So that is how we do the distributive property of multiplication.